Madame Sanchez. How nice to have you here.
Hello, Renaldo. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Now, we have a suite for the Sanchez.
Yes, Mr. Renaldo. A tower suite.
Yes, this gentleman will show you to your room. So nice to have you here. Jarrett, my dear young friend.
Mr. Renaldo.
Nice to have you here. And of course I have met Miss Travis. How are you, my dear?
I'm just fine.
Not tired from your trip, eh? Yep, no. I can tell. You are even fresher than this flower. And of course, far more beautiful.
Thank you.
You're a very lucky young man, Chad.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah. And you are too, young lady, to have as your escort the son of our esteemed president. You do know we have to borrow him from time to time for the ceremonies?
Yes, Chad told me.
But no matter. Tonight is enjoyment for the tricentennial ball.
Mr. Renaldo, do you happen to know if Dr. and Mrs. Kavanaugh have arrived yet? We drove up separately.
No, they have not yet arrived, but not to worry, my dear. They will be here shortly. Meanwhile, we show you to your accommodations. Once again, let me tell you what a great honor it is to have you here on this wonderful occasion.
Thank you.
Please follow me.
She's a dead ringer for the woman in the portrait.
Yes. She might very well be the direct descendant of this damnable woman, the Mater of Eden.
We'll have to see that nobody sees the resemblance.
No, Joseph. You must see to it. Ah, my dear friend, it's so nice to have you here.
That's just incredible. That's 3 people that have been killed in this studio. That's Gunther's brother, Pietro, and this policeman, Loomis.
Yep.
Poor Jody. She must really be shaken up.
Well, she certainly didn't enjoy it, I can tell you that. Anyway, where were you while all this was going on?
I was over at the theater. What, am I a suspect?
No. We don't need any more suspects. Unfortunately, we already know who's responsible.
Yeah, I heard it was Didi's brother. Oh, that's tough for both of them.
Boy, you can say that again. He shot and killed a police officer at close range. Now, you can't really buy much worse trouble than that, man.
Calvin, I want to be as much help as I can, but I've got a date with Val.
Hey, no sweat. There's no point in keeping you around here.
Okay, I'll see you. Oh, Didi, I'm so sorry about what happened to your brother.
Hi, Jim. I'm sorry, too.
Okay. See you guys.
Hello, Calvin.
You look tired.
I didn't get much sleep last night. I kept waiting for the phone to ring.
Expecting Troy to be at the other end?
He did call.
He did? When?
Not last night. He called at Sid's earlier before I knew anything about this, about anything that had happened. He called to tell me that he was in big trouble, but that I shouldn't think badly of him because he hadn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, well, I sure hope that's true, Didi, for all our sakes.
Now, Calvin, maybe there is something that we don't know about. There must be an explanation.
Didi, we
for
know what happened. A police officer has been killed, and you know what that means. Every guy with a badge is going to make it his personal problem.
You have a badge, Calvin. Is that how you feel?
Didi. Now, how could I feel that way when I love you so very much?
Calvin, maybe it was self-defense. Maybe there were circumstances. You don't believe that, do you?
Didi, look, all I can tell you is Loomis was was trigger happy, that's true. But he wouldn't have drawn his gun without a reason. He wouldn't have fired it without one.
You mean he shot at Troy?
Yeah, we found the slug this morning.
Do you think that Troy was hit?
No, he hit the studio door. But what it proves is that he really considered himself in danger just prior to being killed.
It's hopeless. It's hopeless.
Look, what we have to hope for is that Troy will give himself up and that he just won't hurt anybody else.
I've got to go back to the office, Calvin. Calvin, will you make me one promise, please?
What's that?
Would you promise me that you won't get involved in this manhunt for my brother?
Didi, you know that we can't pick and choose our assignments. Look, come here. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be better if I find Troy instead of some of those other guys.
Gee, I feel as if I'm going to Europe or something, someplace far away instead of just to work.
You know, you don't have to go if you don't want to. You can stay right here with me.
I promised Eddie I'd be back on the job this morning. I mean, I don't have any more vacation time.
I have a better idea. Why don't you call Eddie and tell him you're very sick and you're going to have to stay home in bed today?
Oh, wouldn't I love to do just that, but I gotta go.
Hey, wait a minute. You know, just because I have my voice back doesn't mean that I'm totally cured.
You look 100% to me.
Well, thanks. You look pretty good yourself.
Mm-hmm. Hey, really, I've got to go.
Hey, wait a minute, Poppy. I want to tell you something.
Yes?
Look, I wouldn't be as well as I am now, or I wouldn't have healed as fast if you hadn't taken the time to take care of me. I want to thank you for that.
Hey, listen, come on. It was no hardship. I enjoyed it. And, in fact, if you want the truth, it was the happiest week of my whole life.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you ought to think about taking up a new profession now, like maybe being a nurse.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a lot of things that I should have been instead of what I am. But it's too late now, right?
It's never too late, Poppy.
Yeah, sure. That's what they always say. But people can't change, Damian. If you start right, you stay right. And if you start wrong...
Well, wait a minute. What's with all this pessimism?
Never mind. Just take care of yourself, you hear? And don't go rushing down to headquarters and saying that you're all ready to go back to work.
Well, I don't have any choice right now. I've got to go back to Calvin. Last night, his partner was shot and killed.
You're kidding.
No. Now that Loomis is dead, I've really got to get back to Calvin. He's going to need me.
Who did you say?
Loomis. We met him one night at a restaurant. You remember.
Yes. Yes, I do remember.
Detective Loomis had transferred from the Chicago Police Department to Monticello less than 2 months before and had been described as a capable, experienced officer. Capable? What a hunk of baloney that is. Everything he was capable of was lousing things up. Poppy? Is that you? Nice way to come back from vacation, just in time for lunch, eh? Poppy? Is that you out there? Who's out there?
You better take it easy, Mr. Lorimer. They don't need any more corpses down at the morgue. Stop it, Mr. Lorimer. I mean, I know and I don't know.
Hey, what kind of garbage is that? I know, I don't know. Talk American here.
Well, I mean, I went to that place, to that studio, to do what you told me to do, to put some hurt on that little girl, and...
And then what?
And there was this cop there all of a sudden.
That wasn't a cop, you dummy. That was my guy. That was the police protection I was telling you about, remember?
Look, all I know is he shows up flashing a badge and a gun. One of them goes off. I think it was the gun.
Terrific. That's just terrific.
Look, I'm telling you, Mr. Lormer, the guy was out of his tree. He was nuts, man. He shot at me. I had to keep him from shooting again.
So you killed him, right?
No, I swear. Look, we struggled for the gun. It went off, and he's there on the floor.
That's great. So what are you doing back here?
Look, I gotta get away, Mr. Lormer. I mean, shooting a cop, that's a bad rap.
No kidding. That's brilliant. Let me tell you something, champ. I'd rather shoot a dog in front of 10,000 dog lovers than to shoot a cop. You kill a cop, the rest of them go crazy. They go bananas, you understand? I know what you're doing here. You're looking for money, eh?
I'm not gonna get very far without it.
What do you want me to do? Pay you for your incompetence, your stupidity? Is that what you want?
Man, it won't do you much good if I'm caught!
Hey, what is that, a threat?
Please, Mr. Lorimer, I just need some transportation out of town.
Good. You can take a bus.
Look, I figure if I got me a car, that'd be the best thing. With a car, I could drive out of town and stay out for good.
You know what it costs to get a car? You know what it costs to put gas in a car?
Look, my friend Skipper, he'll help. Look, Mr. Lorimer, I can't do it without it.
What do you want, 2,000, 3,000? How much you want?
2,000, 1,000 will be enough.
Yeah, I ought to let the cops grab you, you know that? They'll put you in a chair to burn you like toast. I'd rather see you 10 million miles away. This box keeps getting emptier and emptier. And I got news for you. Anything goes wrong up at that festival at that castle, this box may never be filled again. Here's your 1,000. Now disappear.
Well, actually, it's not quite ready yet.
Well, I still can't believe we're here. I mean, I feel as if I've stepped out of a time machine and I'm back in the Middle Ages.
Well, it won't take much to dispel the illusion. If you look over to the right here, you can see a ski lift on Silver Mountain. And I'm sure if I had a set of binoculars, I could find the firehouse and the fast food store.
Amazing. It seems so real. Even my room, I mean, I have this beautiful canopy bed with this tapestry on the wall with knights and ladies and kings and queens. It's gorgeous.
Well, the most important thing is that the mattress is comfortable. No, the most important thing is that you're comfortable.
Well, if you want the truth, I'm scared.
I know you are, Jody. But try not to be. I'm going to try and take care of all that.
It's just the idea that this is where my ancestors lived and this is where it all happened.
Kings and queens, Jody. But I'm sure none of them were as regal as you. As regal as you're going to look tonight.
So, what do you think? Do you think old Marie Bonaventure stood here by this window and looked out the same way I'm doing right now?
Well, of course. But I'm sure she saw a very different view. The landscape of Eden. There was a beautiful garden that stretched all the way from the hills to the sea. It must have been very beautiful then.
It's too bad she knew it for such a short time. She was so brave, Chad. I just hope I can be 1/10 as brave as she was.
Jody, there's something else I've got to tell you about the prophecy.
What is it?
Excuse me, sir. Your suite is ready now. Please follow me.
Yes, thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Two of them can't make it. One of them's sick and the other one's going to California to do a television pilot.
Does that mean you get to use local talent? Oh, Jim, could you have a part for Mitzi?
It'd be great if it fits her. I'd love to get it to her.
Oh, God, that would be great. This is working out so well. You are coming in under Sky's deadline by a long shot.
Yep, all because of Buffy's money.
Oh, yes. Dear Buffy. Well, I can't wait for Sky to find out what you've done.
Yeah, are you going to tell him yourself?
If I see him?
Don't you have plans to see him?
All right, I'm having dinner with him tomorrow night.
Huh. And I don't think you're having hamburgers at Sid's.
You want to know a secret? The chopped sirloin at the Coach House is not much better. Now, come on, Jim. You know, there isn't any reason why you couldn't tell Sky yourself about the theater.
Hey, if he wants a status report, he can come and get it himself, okay?
Jim, look who it is. It's that Foley guy. There's something I haven't told you about him.
Afternoon.
Oh,
Hi, Mr. Foley. How are you?
Just fine, Miss Bryson. I wonder if I could interrupt you for a minute and join you.
Well, is this government business?
Actually, it is. It has to do with the Jefferson Brown case. We've uncovered some new evidence, and I thought you might be able to throw some light on it.
Well, what new evidence?
It's a diary that Brown kept for the few months that he was in Switzerland.
Well, that ought to be some help.
Well, it would be if we could understand the entries, but it seems that Brown liked to write things down in a secret code.
Oh, God, I made a mess. Oh, let me get something to clean it up. Excuse me.
Mr. Foley, I think you're expecting too much of Valerie.
I think I'm inclined to agree with you, Mr. Diedrichson.
Jim, don't let him get away. What? Stop him.
What the hell is this all about?
Jim, that man is not a government agent. He's a phony.
If you please, the property you should have
Yes, please, come with me.
Oh, my dear friend. Your sister arrived here about a half hour ago.
Best let them travel by themselves so they wouldn't think we were trying to play chaperone.
Well, do not worry. She's in very good hands, I assure you.
Have you known Chad Sutherland long, Mr. Renoldo?
Oh, yes, Doctor. Since he was a little infant in the cradle. Oh, yes. His father and I, Eric, were good friends long before he was born.
Oh, so Chad is almost family.
Yes, you might say just that. Hey, Francisco, do we have a special room for our very fine guests here?
The West Tower, Mr. Renoldo, bedroom 4E.
Oh, thank you. This gentleman will show you to your room.
Oh, thank you very much.
So nice to have you here. Dottore, may I remind you the condition of your stay here with us?
Oh, we remember the agreement very well.
There is to be no journalism of any kind, but you are only here to enjoy yourselves, which I trust you will.
Oh, I'm sure we will. We already enjoyed watching the parade out front.
Tell me something, Mr. Renaldo, that slogan that we saw outside, 300 years of liberty.
Yes, the theme of our pageant.
I assume you feel it's still true in your country?
Yes, Doctor. Very much so. If you will excuse me.
Miles, Nicole.
Jody.
Jody, hi. How was your trip?
Oh, just fine.
How are you?
Hi.
Where's Chad?
Oh, he's in his room. Isn't this place fabulous? I mean, don't you feel like you're dreaming?
Well, it's not exactly the Monticello Arms Hotel.
Did Mr. Renaldo tell you about the party tonight?
Yes, he did.
He also told us to relax, enjoy ourselves, not to worry about journalism or anything else. I assume he meant politics.
Well, good. I think he's right, don't you?
Yes, we think he is, and we just hope you're going to follow the same advice, aren't you?
You know what we're talking about, Jody. Come on.
Look, I don't want to hear any more about this. And I don't want you two following me around, making sure I don't do anything foolish.
We are here only because of you, Jody. We've never pretended anything else.
I know, and that's why I didn't want you to come.
We're your family, Jody. We love you. We care about you.
And just don't try to stop me. Let me do what I have to do.
With me.
Please try to understand. I love you both very much, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Jody, our feelings have nothing to do with
Well,
this.
except for our feeling of fear that something's going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen. There isn't anything dangerous about what I'm going to do.
Oh, Jody, you don't know what you're saying. Politics have killed more people throughout history than anything else.
You're not exactly surrounded by friends in this place.
Well, I have all the friends I need.
Listen to me. All the people who were allowed into this medieval hotel were screamed for their loyalty to Eden.
So, there's nothing wrong with loyalty, is there?
Of course there is, when it's also loyalty to crime and corruption.
Have you forgotten what happened to you only 5 or 6 weeks ago?
Is that all it is? God, it seems like years since Viva and Pietro were... Oh, poor Pietro. If only he could have been...
What? What were you going to say? If only he could have been here at this pageant tomorrow when they do that satellite telecast.
Look, you two better find your rooms, okay?
That's what you're intending, isn't it, Jody? To be involved in that telecast somehow.
I don't know.
Of course, you know, you got the whole thing planned. You and your Confederate. You do have a Confederate here, don't you?
Miles, please don't make me lie to you.
It's Chad, isn't it? That's what both Miles and I believe.
Look, you guys, I am gonna take off right now because I want to get ready for the party tonight. I'll see you later.
Jody.
We're not going to be able to stop her, Miles. I just don't see how we can.
This is it, Joseph. This is where our little friend must spend her time with us.